Hey Tia, I'm just tagging few people here. I wonder if Steven's still talking on his page or not, if he's finished. All right, it looks like he's done. Okay. Tag some people. Thanks, Charlie. Just waiting a few more minutes. Tag some people. Hey, Charlie, do me a favor and tag some more people from our group, like Frederick and all them people. I don't know if he's still. I don't know if Maureen's around. Is she around? All right. All right, guys, I've got, let me see here. Just a few minutes I want to talk to you guys about multiplying your value. But first, for anybody who does not know me, my name is Isabella Thatcher, and I'm from South Carolina, and I've been in the online marketing space actually since 1996. When I got out of the Navy and there were no jobs in my area available for my billing, which was accounting, I began looking online for a job, kind of like what everybody's doing now with the COVID stuff. But there was no accounting jobs out there, and there was no jobs that I can do online. So I started looking for the online marketing stuff and plugging into different various online marketing opportunities, starting and failing and stopping, and because of one thing or another, and then I've landed here in Heal. Out of all the online marketing companies I've seen out there, I've never seen a company work so hard for its affiliates as Heal does for you guys. Hey Adam, what's going on? So Heal, and I've heard it through the grapevine that it's only going to get better and better. So after October 1st, I don't know what exactly is going to happen, but October 1st is the date that something spectacular is going to happen. So you guys stay tuned. You're in the right place at the right time with the right company. So I've been talking to you guys about the book I've read many times over called The Greatest Salesman in the World by Og Mandino. Today I want to talk to you guys about how you can multiply your value. One of the scrolls in a book, I think it's scroll number 8. So I will multiply my value 100-fold. When I read this, I got excited, but then I got hit in the face with reality. Hey Ivan, what's going on? So the reality is, yes, we can increase our value 100-fold, but it's incremental. Like a domino can knock over another domino 2 times bigger than its own size. It's the same with all of us. Hey Shannon. It's the same with all of us. We might have the aspirations and abilities to someday to knock down a domino the size of a large building. But currently, we're only 6 inches tall. So we must first knock down that 1-foot domino. So it's in increments. Like a little piece of the pie. You can't eat the whole pie at one time. You can't stuff it all in your mouth. You can try, but you can't do it. So you gotta take one bite at a time to get through that. So that's just the same with us. So that's how we increase our value 100-fold. So in the book, it says, today I will multiply my value 100-fold. A mulberry leaf touched with the genius of man becomes silk. A field of clay touched with the genius of man becomes a castle. A cypress tree touched with the genius of man becomes a shrine. And a cut of sheep's hair touched with the genius of man becomes a raiment for a king. If it's possible for leaves, clay, and wood and hair to have their value multiplied 100, yea, 1,000-fold by man, can I not do the same with the clay which bears my name? Think about it. Thanks, Daniel. So think about it. You are likened to a grain of wheat which faces one of three futures. The wheat can be placed in a sack and dumped in a stall until it's fed to swine. For example, like spending the whole evening watching mindless television or playing video games for hours at a time, wasting your life away. Or it can be ground to flour and made into bread to be broken open and be devoured by others. For example, working a job without a purpose, where you go and just put your time in and you come home and then you're just overwhelmed and burned out and discouraged and just going through the motions and spinning your wheels. Or, hey Michael, what's going on? Or it can be placed in the earth and allowed to grow until its golden head divides and produces 1,000 grains from the one. It is necessary to plant the wheat grain in darkness of the earth. Okay, so your failures, your despairs, your ignorance, ignorance is those things that you haven't learned yet but can learn, things you don't know yet but you can know. And your inabilities are the darkness in which I've been planted in order to ripen. Ripen means to mature and grow. So all your past failures and despairs are planted in the darkness of the ground. Those are necessary for you to learn and grow from. Those are necessary for you to ripen and mature and make you grow. So don't, be discouraged about what you've had in the past. That's who you are today, and you can learn from those things. So it says also in the book that you are likened to a grain of wheat with one difference. The wheat cannot choose whether to be fed to swine, ground for bread, or planted to multiply. I have a choice, and I will not let my life be fed to swine, nor will I let it be ground under the rocks of failure and despair and be broken open and to be devoured by the will of others. I will not let my past dictate what's going to be for my future. I'm not going to let all that rock and the failure, despair, and just to keep me and beat me down. That's not going to happen. Now, like the wheat grain, which will sprout and blossom only if it's nurtured with rain and sun and warm winds, I too must nurture my body and my mind to fulfill my dreams. Did you get that? Nurture your mind and your body so you can make your dreams come true. In other words, you cannot get to where you want to be thinking the way you are currently thinking. We may not be able to get to where we want to be in the current physical condition, for example. We may need to make some changes. So that's right, failing is growing. Hey, Angeline. So how will you accomplish this? First, you must set goals for the day. Then you set goals for the week, the month, the year, and for your life. We have a tendency to think about the goals in terms of what we want. Then we are frustrated we don't have it, and we live in resentment and resistance and frustration and overwhelm. Did you get that? We have a tendency to think about goals in terms of what we want. Then we're frustrated when we don't get it. No, we can't do that. We have a goal for the day. When we accomplish this one, we celebrate. Like I like to get 3 tasks ready for today. Like the night before, I take 3 tasks I'm going to do, like follow up or make some phone calls or whatever I'm going to do for the next day. I now make those 3 tasks. And then when I get those 3 tasks done that day, I reward myself. So you accomplish when you accomplish that day's task, and then you go to the next day and you accomplish that one, and then you celebrate for that one. Small little accomplishments does something to your subconscious mind. That all these small little successes helps you propel you forward. So 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 7 days makes 7 days accomplishments makes a week. And then 30 days, well, 28 for February, but they make a month. And some days 31. And 12 months accomplished makes accomplishments every day for a single year. And then several years makes a lifetime. This is what you do. You push yourself 1 day at a time. Don't think about the future. Think about what you're going to do for each particular day. You focus on those. Go ahead and write your goals for the future, for the month, for the day, but you focus on each day. You go for it. Don't get in your own way. Exactly, Charlie. So we start with a day and we push ourselves. And if you fail, you must be resilient and leap back up. So if you mess up your diet and you had that cake that you had last night, you can't hem and haw and feeling defeated because you had that piece of cake. No, you get back up, you do your daily exercises, you push harder because of those extra calories that you put into yourself, and then you get back on track. If you got 100 clicks of traffic and you didn't get a single sale, what do? You get back up, know that the leads will be there for your follow-up sequence working for you in the background, and you get 200 clicks of traffic the next time, and so on, and so on, and so on. It's what we've been saying all along in Heal. If you haven't gotten bulletproof yet, course yet, then that's your first step. You must have objectives for your life to start to grow to what you want it to be. You can't just leave it to the whim of others to determine where you want to go in life. So never be concerned with your goals being too high. If you want to shoot for the stars, you must aim for the moon. Let others build a cave with their clay. You build a castle with yours. It's about building the most you can with the clay you have been given. Your body is the castle, not the one you live in. Your mind and body are your assets. Use it. That's the castle you're building. That's the success you're building. So you are planting the seeds of the past to mature and grow 100-fold. Multiply your value. We can network and we can multiply and we can share the principles and possibilities. Multiply these 100-fold 10 times and they will feed all the cities of the earth. That is a challenge for us. Let us be the beginning of this process in our own lives. Always announce your goals to the world to be held accountable. Speak it into existence, so you have no choice but to do it. And when you accomplish it, all the greater. Remember to set your goals and tasks for the day and celebrate when you complete those goals and tasks, humbly to yourself. So never proclaim your accomplishments. Let the world instead approach you with praise. And may you have the wisdom to receive it in humility. Hey, Mandy. Okay, so there are 3 ways to multiply your value from Business Coach Inc. And they had like a lot more, but these are the 3 I wanted to bring to your attention. 1, improve your public speaking skills, just like Stephen Munson was just talking about a few minutes ago. Good public speaking is one of the most effective paths to increase your influence. Everyone knows how difficult it is to speak in front of many people. So if you can do this decently, it's truly impressive. For entrepreneurs, no written communication can motivate your employees more than verbally inspiring them. You put all those posts out on Facebook, that's good and well. You put a big old picture out there, that's great. But if you don't show yourself, if you don't put yourself out there on video, they'll never get to know you as deep as you want them to, and they'll never follow you. In the case of employees, being proficient in public speaking, you'll get the attention of upper management and put you on the fast track for promotions. Note too, that there are many things that you can say that would not turn out well if just written down. Your manner of delivery, tone of voice, and expressions are all factors in making your message clear. Like what I'm talking about here now. You guys can hear the passion in my voice. You can hear the I don't know what you can hear, the inflections in my voice. You can feel what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. You need to present it in such a way where how you want to get it out to the world. I still need to work on that too, Chelly. We all do. So, number two of multiplying the things that I want you to multiply your value. You manage your priorities. Do not waste your time dwelling on tasks that have little value. We usually dwell too much on urgent but not too significant matters and neglect to allocate time for projects with major long-term impact. Is this particular thing going to get you to where you are long-term? Minimize your firefighting abilities. You're not a firefighter, you're an entrepreneur. And accept the fact that you have to give up something in order to achieve the greater good, as time and resources are limited. Like going out and having a drink with the girls or what have you. Once in a while is fine, but if you're going out there 2 or 3 times a night, you gotta figure out, is your business worth it? Are you worth it for your future? You gotta neglect some of the things that if you want to go forward. So number 3, learn critical skills continuously. This spans on a very broad area, from attending seminars to know or brush up on certain functions to investing years in obtaining an MBA. The key here is to never stop learning as fast as you can. Do not rely on learning by experience alone. To be cost effective, however, you have to make sure that what you're studying is truly relevant to the demands of your work or what you want to be in the future. Don't take a knitting class if you're trying to work on public speaking skills. You want to take a public speaking class. That's gonna be more valuable to you than a knitting class. I mean, unless you want to have knitting for relaxation or a hobby, that's another thing. But if you're spending all your time learning about knitting, where you should be learning about public speaking and being in video marketing, then you're not propelling yourself forward. You understand what I'm saying? So time is so scarce that you must be extremely selective and not be sidetracked by peripheral issues. In other words, educate yourself in these skills that you need to get you to where you want to go. Learn list building strategies. 1, learn how to follow up with email marketing. 2, and learn how to do videos to teach others. These are the 3 things that I feel is important to be starting to teach yourself and learn to propel yourself forward if you want to become a great entrepreneur, a great marketing person. Let us go into the world and choose to be influencers. The world needs people who has dreams and can announce them and create them, and then to show them how they can actually do it. Let us be okay with our despairs and our failures and our ignorance. That's the fertilizer that's going to help us grow. Plant in the darkness of the soil the humus. That's the root word of humility. And truly be humble. It is not about false humility. Humility is a willingness to be planted in a humus, to be mature and grow and become all you were meant to be. Let this be your day. Now, I wanted to share a resource with you guys. Now, you're going to want to get a paper and pencil and write this down. See if you guys got a pen and paper. It's habitfinder.com. All right, you got that? Somebody write it in the chat room for me so I know you guys got it. Habitfinder.com. This resource will help you find out if your habits of thinking are supporting you or sabotaging your success. It's a little unusual test. It only takes about 10 minutes. I did this today and I found out that I needed to tweak a few things in my wake up schedule, in my daily schedule. So whatever you're thinking, it forces your subconscious mind to reveal itself of where it's heading. So after you do there's two little sections, and after you rearrange these statements in order, the way that you have to do it kind of quickly so that your subconscious will reveal itself, and then you'll get an email back according to that. It's all free. Thank you so much, Shannon. You guys, Adam. So these things will help you support, or these things will help you see where your subconscious mind is going for your success. It's a really fun activity. It only takes 10 minutes, and then when you get the results back, it's really revealing. There are no right or wrong habits, but there are habits that support your goals and habits that are sabotaging you. So knowing your habits and how successful they are working in your life helps you to become more successful. So depending on which way your subconscious mind is going. Now you may be excel in one part of it and not the other, and you need to tweak a few things. So this test will give you a little more insight into that. So, and that's all I have for you guys today. So I hope that was much value for you guys, and thank you all for coming. I know Stephen had just got off the live over there. I didn't realize he was going to go live a few minutes there, but I hope I didn't run into his time too much. But anyway, so what time is it, you guys? It's time to heal. Every second, every minute, every hour, and every day. It's on you.